All right, welcome on in, guys. The first ever episode of Hot Black Coffee. It's season 1. It's episode 1. Do I know what I'm doing here? No, I do not. No, I do not. But I'm joining this rare group, this rare community, this gathering, this collection of people who think they can have a podcast, but probably can't have a podcast. Why? Because not talented. Am I a talent? No. Am I a comedian? No. Am I an actor? No. But I want to have a fucking podcast. So we're going to do it, guys, and we're going to do it big. So like I said, this is the first season, the very first episode of Hot Black Coffee. So let's roll that music. All right. So for all of you who do not know me, my name is Scott Wilson. I produce the Zap podcast with Bob Menery. For those of you who do know me, my friends, my family, thank you. Thank you for joining in. Hello, greetings, salutations, whatever greeting you want. I am extending it your way. I am so pleased to have you on the first episode of Hot Black Coffee. And what is this show? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to talk about anything I think is relevant and interesting. Just like any other podcast. It could be sports. It could be pop culture. It could be some article I read in Hustler magazine. Don't even know if that exists anymore. But if it does exist and I think it's interesting, I'm going to talk about it. You know, and do I expect this show to be a great success? Yes. Yes, I do. I expect us to be right below Joe Rogan come November. Middle of November, election time. If I'm not right below Joe Rogan, something's wrong, guys. Something is wrong. Do I expect to be above Joe Rogan? No. But right below him, number 2. I'm coming for that number 2 spot. I want the number 2 spot. And the only way I'm going to get there is with your guys' help, and you're already helping out by listening to this very first episode. Talk about a hook. If you weren't interested in listening to this podcast 30 seconds ago, you are now. I essentially said I have nothing to talk about except expired articles from a magazine that may or may not exist anymore. That's a fucking hook. So we're off. We're out of the gates. We're killing. We're murdering. So episode 1, what do we have in store for you? We have my good buddy, Aaron Steinberg. Well, not my good buddy. My buddy. Just my buddy. Aaron Steinberg, who is Bob Menery's assistant, is going to swing by, and we talk about everything from the restart of the NBA to if espresso martinis are meant for men. Obviously, 100% they are. And the banning of TikTok. He's a big TikTok guy. So we're going to talk about President Trump's idea of banning the application. Before we jump into the interview with Aaron, you think it's an ad break. It's not an ad break. We don't have any ad breaks on Hot Black Coffee because we're irrelevant right now. We're little. We're just a little old pod. But what I do want to talk about is something that's very interesting to me. It's always been interesting to me, which makes me a bit of an odd fellow and maybe even a dark fellow. But fuck it, I cannot get this out of my brain, and I don't know why, and it's shark attacks. It's shark attacks. Now, do I ever want to see somebody get hurt? No, of course not. Do I ever want to see somebody die? Obviously, no. But shark attacks are so goddamn interesting to me. It's probably because my parents allowed me to watch Jaws when I was like 3 or 4 years old. Shout out mom and dad. Thanks for that. I like anytime I go into the ocean or even any body of water, including a bathtub, I'm like, there's something below me. There's something right underneath me. And recently there was a shark attack in Maine, which is A, close to where I grew up. I grew up in Vermont, part of New England. And B, there hasn't been a shark attack in Maine since like 1940. And what you'll find out on Hot Black Coffee is 1940 is like a date I kind of pulled out of my ass. But there's no fact checking me on Hot Black Coffee. There's no rules. I'm the only one in this fucking room. I do the recording, the producing, the sound, everything on Hot Black Coffee. I do everything. So was it 1940 the last attack in Maine? Probably not. It was probably like the 1800s. But the point remains, it's been a long ass time since somebody's got attacked by a shark in Maine. And unfortunately for this lady, she went to the beach with her family, went into the ocean. I don't even think it was more than 100 yards out. And she got attacked by a great white and died. Thoughts and prayers to the family. That is unimaginable to happen, which also makes it so interesting to me. The unimaginable is interesting. the thought of going to the beach with your family, going into the waves, enjoying the sun, maybe a picnic before, going into the water and never coming back to shore. Never coming back to shore is terrifying to me. It's terrifying to me. And I've heard a lot of people discuss, maybe not a lot of people, but I've heard a few people discuss, like, what is the worst way to die? What is the worst way to die? And I want to narrow that argument down to what is the worst animal to die by? And for me, it's 100% a shark. Why? You're out of your element. You don't know what the fuck is below you, and it comes out of nowhere. At least if you get attacked by like a tiger, you see the tiger coming. You're like, holy shit, a tiger is about to rip my throat in half. With a shark, it's like, bam, there he is. And you're underwater and the water is now red. Like, a shark is just, talk about a creation by the devil, an eating machine. And I'm not a complete idiot. Like, I watch Shark Week all the time. I know that they don't want to kill humans, but the fact is they do. And they're like, you only get, 2 to 3 attacks a year, blah, blah, blah. Well, 2 to 3 attacks a year means that 2 or 3 people are getting attacked by a shark, which is terrifying. It's terrifying. On the next episode, which reminds me, guys, make sure you rate, subscribe, comment, whatever the influencer spiel is on trying to grow your show. Make sure you go do that. The next guest is going to be my buddy Connor Gallagher, who I grew up with. He has become an oceanographer. He can actually fact check me on that. I'm not sure it's the right title. And videographer. He's worked on Discovery Channel during Shark Week. He's had multiple interactions with white sharks amongst a variety of other marine animals. So we're really excited to have him on and discuss some of his videos and some of his experiences in the ocean. And that's going to come out on Wednesday. Every show is going to come out on Wednesday, guys. So keep your eyes peeled every Wednesday for the next episode of Hot Black Coffee. But for now, I want to welcome in the 5'2" little ball of fire, the Denver Dingbat, the informant, Mr. Aaron Steinberg. Welcome on into the program, buddy. Dude, no fucking snickering. I'm trying to introduce you into my show. You're my first guest here, and you're fucking snickering like a little schoolboy over there. What are you talking about? All right, so our first guest on the premiere episode of Hot Black Coffee, the average being the Bob Menery assistant, the self-proclaimed NBA expert, maybe even insider. I don't know. It seems like you do know a couple NBA guys. The incomparable Aaron Steinberg. Welcome in.
Thank you, Scott. That was an okay introduction.
That was a great introduction.
You didn't introduce me as the informant or any of that, which I was surprised.
Oh, I said the Bob Menery's.
I would also
Bob Menery's assistant.
Really quickly to verify, I would say that my expertise is further than just the NBA, but we don't have to go through that long list. But go ahead.
I mean, go if you want to go down your resume. You're more than welcome to do that.
No, it's too much. I don't have that much time, so let's go. Go ahead.
Do you want to talk about your poker dealing abilities?
No, honestly, I've yet to speak of that.
I actually kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit. If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to.
Let's be brief with it, but yeah.
Be brief with it?
Sure.
I mean, why don't you just kind of explain, actually, why don't we talk about how you got the job with Bob?
Yeah, man. I mean, so it ranges back. I mean, Bob, as many people know, is a gambler of sorts.
Yeah.
But I mean, he doesn't let it get that, like, he's not crazy with it, but,
so you made the connection through BZ, right? That's
through Brian Zerf. Yeah. Bob will shout him out. Hollywood producer out here, amongst other things, but, he, introduced me to Bob. I had a connection in Denver that knew BZ, and BZ introduced me to Bob, and I met Bob at a bar for my interview.
I mean, where else would you meet him at?
I got here, I flew into LA, stayed with my brother and my sister.
Was he sauced up?
Can I tell you the story, or do you want to just continue to cut me off?
I'm sorry.
But I flew out here, and BZ put me in contact with his assistant. He's like, she's gonna coordinate the interview with Bob with you. I was like, all right, perfect. So I get there on Wednesday. She's like, all right, cool. Bob's gonna meet you next Monday. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, it's been like 4 days to prepare or whatever, and learn as much as I can about this dude. And then 15 minutes later, hey, he's actually going to meet you tonight. The most Bob thing of all time. And so we went to this bar that was only about 5 minutes from me, and I just like walked in, and he was there. I don't know who that girl that he was there with, because I haven't seen her since, but she was very good looking.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, what's up, man? I'm Aaron, here to meet you. And then me and him just went to a high top. And
The girl didn't go with you?
no, she had a friend with her.
Okay.
And there was another guy there. But Bob and I went over to the high top and we talked for, 15, 20 minutes.
Was it really that long?
Yeah, I mean, we talked for a while, dude.
Yeah.
And, the gambling poker stuff came up. And, we kind of connected right there and hit it off. And then, yeah, that was it. The next day I showed up at 901 Ocean.
So did he offer you the job on the spot?
Yeah, pretty much.
He wasn't like, I'll get back to you tomorrow or whatever?
He was like, there's other people coming in.
So going back to when I rudely cut you off, was he sauced up?
I wouldn't say sauced up, but he
Yeah.
had a few cocktails.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty sauced up.
For
then.
sure. Well, yeah, but it wasn't anything like I was like, whoa, this guy's hammered.
Yeah. All right. So you get the job.
That'd be kind of scary, right? If he was blacked out and gave me the job.
I mean, that's kind of what I anticipated.
That's what you thought?
Yeah. And he just kind of forgot that he hired you and you're still here
wow.
6 months later.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's interesting. I mean, a lot of people want that job, want that coveted spot of being Bob Menery's assistant. I don't know if it's the best job on planet Earth, but
Hey, I love it, man.
yeah.
The greatest thing about it with Bob too is every day is different, and every day, anything can happen. It's the
Yeah.
coolest thing.
Well, transitioning away from Bob Menery, because we talk about him plenty on the Zap podcast. If you guys don't know, Aaron is Bob's co-host on Zapped. I produce the show, and we actually wanted to steer away from Bob conversation because we do it. We're supposed to do it every Tuesday, Thursday, but we do it once a week now. So let's dive into the NBA a little bit here, Aaron. You love the NBA. I love the NBA. It just came back. It's exciting times. Let's start with what do you think about the atmosphere? What do you think about the virtual fans, the setup? I mean, I thought at first it was going to be a little awkward without the fans in the stands. It just seems like the best AAU tournament in the world. I know that take has been said before, but I kind of dig it. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I mean, I do love it. I think right now, just to have basketball back, everybody's happy.
Right.
But, watching this past weekend, it's still the regular season. And I mean, I just remember, last year or any year previous, how big of an impact the fans have in home,
sure.
court has. And it just adds to the fucking intensity of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But for right now, dude, just to have basketball back and these guys are competing at that high level again and everyone is playing pretty much.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's great. I think the NBA, and I want to say really quick, Adam Silver's done an incredible job. I don't think he gets enough credit because
Right.
this is the other sports are having trouble, and this is being done very well.
I was going to transition to that. Rob Manfred in the MLB, I mean, it's a prime example of how this could have gone had they tried to do it, traveling city to city instead of the bubble. It seems like Adam Silver hit it right on the head. I mean, you have to quarantine in order for this to work. Otherwise,
There's been one
going
violation. Just Lou, dude.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's been 3, technically.
Well, Lou's going to get the spotlight.
I mean, Lou's story
What
is
do you
just,
think about that?
I mean, it's just out of this world. First off, there's no way the guy was just going to get wings.
I think dude, I thought about this a lot. I think it was a power move. I think
What do
he
you
was
mean?
all these, young guys on my team are playing Fortnite and
Yeah.
Call of Duty. Nah, man, I'm sneaking out.
He
I'm
wants some
going to the
he wants
strip
some
club.
he wants some titties and wings.
Yeah, and he's I'm a vet.
What do you think
I
if it?
played
What do
that
you
shit.
What do you think if it was maybe I don't want to run in these regular season games. I just want to save it for the playoffs. I know I got my handles. I got my shot. I don't need to be playing in these pre-playoff games.
I mean, that's a possibility. I don't think that was his intention.
Do you know the full story? Did he leave to go to a funeral? Is that what it was?
I don't know. I just read the article that was Lou Williams being investigated for activities outside of the bubble.
Yeah.
But I didn't read too deep into it. I just saw that he was at the strip club. I mean, honestly, if the NBA was smart, they probably would have just put the bubble around or included the strip club.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. You said
know?
that on an episode of Zapped. You were like, I think
Did
they
I?
should have. You were like, I think they should just have massage parlors in the bubble.
Yeah, but maybe not that. But
guys
just
can
include
get their
the strip
release.
club, and then it's even better content for us.
So, I mean, that would require the strippers to live in the bubble for, multiple months. I'm sure it would be a heftier paycheck than what they're getting in the usual strip clubs.
How high would their engagement be?
Oh, massive.
They need vlogs
Massive. I think that's a great deal for a stripper, to be honest. If they could live in the bubble and just, go from NBA player to NBA player, I'm sure they would rake in the cash.
Yeah, they need to have a few restaurants and then a strip club, and then you avoid people maybe leaving.
I don't hate the idea.
Yeah.
I don't hate the idea at all. But, I mean, going back to Lou Williams, I just don't understand it at the end of the day.
I don't understand it either. In my opinion, in the beginning, I was kind of this is kind of selfish because I want the NBA to happen that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I think that, people don't really think about other people in situations like that. He's just kind of forgot maybe because it's so weird, you know?
Yeah.
To be limited where you can go.
So without the crowd involvement, say you're a gambling man. Do you gamble on sports?
Yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I already lost 2,000.
Really? On what? You're gonna throw out the number like that?
I'm gonna throw out the number like that. Yeah. I'm not a
who's out there listening that might not be too happy about that.
Mom, I'm sorry, but I mean, I won a quick 2,000 on the site that I was winning by pure luck. It was like a slot machine type of win. So it was basically just like 2,000 credit. And I decided to bet on NHL games the other day and just got destroyed.
Yeah, see, that one sport I will never have action on is NHL.
Yeah, well, that's because
I just can't. Like,
I'm
NBA, NFL, college basketball, college football.
That's my most knowledgeable sport is the NHL.
It doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, clearly, but I mean, I went with the Penguins. Those fucking Sidney Crosby motherfucker.
The hockey was actually I watched a little bit of the Hawks played maybe the Jaguars.
Well,
the Panthers?
There's no team called the Jaguars. There's no team called the Jaguars.
The Panthers.
No, the Hawks.
No, they played the Oilers.
Yeah, the Hawks played the Oilers.
Oh, fuck.
The Panthers. Jesus
Sorry,
Christ.
I'm not a big hockey person, but that was actually harder to watch with no fans for me.
See, and I disagree. I like the setup. I feel like they went with more of a video game vibe by covering all the seats with like the NHL stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
it just seemed kind of effortless.
What's your take on the virtual fans? Like the
I
background
think
of
it's
the
fucking
NBA court?
awesome.
Do you?
Dude.
You like it? Do you know like are you knowledgeable about what that is? Are people just like Skyping themselves into seats or
they
what?
had Chris Paul's, I don't know if it's a pre-recorded thing, and what makes me think it is.
I don't think it is.
Well, it's weird because like the fans yesterday, like I was watching a blowout, and I can't even remember who was playing, but actually I think it was the Nuggets versus the Heat, and they were showing the Nuggets fans, and they were like cheering heavily.
Right, that's what I mean.
But they were getting their ass whooped, so it didn't really correlate.
See, and whenever I've watched, it has always correlated to where like fans are cheering when the home team is ahead, and fans are sitting on their hands when they're not.
Well, I want to get in there.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We gotta get some seats.
It's fucking awesome. But I saw Chris Paul's son was there. He was watching, and Chris looked up, and his son was there, so it was kind of cool.
Dude, I think it is live then.
Well, I want a seat.
I mean, it's
I don't
pretty.
know if they're selling those or what the deal is.
Out.
They have scalpers.
I mean, the virtual fan compared to the MLB cardboard cutouts is night and day.
That's.
I hate that shit.
I mean, yeah, I don't like that.
I'm looking it up right now. How to be a fan in the NBA game. See, on Hot Black Coffee, we can just fucking roll with it, dude. There's no rules in this show. As you saw in my teaser, there's no fucking rules. How about, like, I had a few people DM me, be like, I'm ready for Hot Black Coffee.
Who DM'd you? Anybody?
I don't know, probably just some burner accounts or something.
Yeah.
Accounts that I made.
Yeah, exactly.
How to become a virtual fan on the video board. How much do you think? Free?
I don't think you pay for it.
You don't
Maybe
think
they give it to, like, season ticket holders, and they, like, give them the option. They switch off games.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
In order to be considered for a seat, fans can sign up through individual team sites, blah, blah, blah. Michelob Ultra sponsoring it.
Well, what did you think of the hoops this weekend, though?
I mean, some of the best games of...
I know. Isn't that incredible?
It's like it didn't skip a beat at all. We'll start back at the exhibition games. They were pretty slow, and everyone looked pretty rusty. Mm-hmm. And I still think a lot of these guys are still trying to find their shot. Like, a lot of open threes are just, bricked. Yeah. But I was impressed by the pace of play.
Well, going back on Friday, I watched Clippers-Lakers. Mm-hmm. Right.
Epic game.
And that's when I started thinking about the Lou Williams shit because he wasn't on the sideline. He wasn't playing. But it's like, dude, like I was stoked, like, and being a big Bron guy, like I fucking love watching the Lakers.
He was brutal through.
He was brutal.
3.5 quarters.
And shout out my guy. I don't want to say like we're fucking homies, but we're getting there. Me and Caruso.
AC.
Yeah, AC's my guy.
I mean, you plugged him on your Instagram page. You bought his merch, and not even a thumbs up emoji for.
No, I got an emoji, like a flexing emoji.
He gave you that?
He gave me that.
Oh, he did.
DM, yeah.
When we
what am I
talked
supposed to do? Story that?
No, when we talked earlier, you were like, he gave me no love.
No, he gave me some love.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I do support him. Like, he had a big game, and like, support the Lakers too and the Nuggets, but just because of Bron. But I mean, it's like, it's weird because like then I go see the Lakers. They got their ass whooped by the fucking Raptors last night, and it's just like the NBA is just back, and it's like it's weirder than ever. You know what I mean? And even with from a talent perspective,
yeah,
like the Nuggets come back and get whooped by the Heat. You know. Mm-hmm. And I just think that, honestly, the season might be more unpredictable than people are thinking.
I mean, that's what I was saying on Zapped. I was like, it's going to be like March Madness. There is no home court advantage whatsoever. It's a neutral playing field. There's obviously no fans in the stands whatsoever. So if I'm gambling, I'm taking the underdog every single time.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. Going back to the fans in the stands, it's...
Are you gonna start putting in gambling tips? I would love to see that.
My gambling tips?
Yeah. How many people can go broke off hot black coffee? Like,
well, I mean, if they fade me, they'll go rich. So
yeah, that's true.
It's either way. It's Timmy Bouncebacks. What is it? With me, against me, and just win, whatever the fuck he says. I don't know. Back to the fans in the stands, though. It's easy to sign up. It's a program that fans can download from Microsoft, but there's a catch. Since there's only 320 slots available, the NBA is leaving it up to the individual teams to select the fans they want to invite for a digital seat. Which is kind of interesting.
How does that process work?
I mean, you got to have an inside connection.
Wow. Corruption.
I mean, I don't understand that whatsoever. So they probably is like season ticket holders, family, friends get to be on
preferred people.
I mean, I'd like to see your big dumb head on there.
Yeah, I'd love to do it, dude.
I want to do a cardboard cutout.
You just were hating on that.
I know. I want to do a cardboard cutout because you can like select your seat, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like if
you have to pay for that.
Yeah, it's $150.
Fuck that.
It's not that bad.
I don't even want to watch a baseball game right now.
I know, I don't either. They really fucked it up.
I mean, even with I'm not even gonna talk about the Marlins, but there's other players testing positive too. But watching that Yoenis Cespedes, and I'm gonna call that guy out.
Yeah, what
New York Mets guy.
I'm not too familiar with it. Help me out.
He's a baller. He's for sure their best player. And today, dude, he has a game, right? And doesn't show up to the game. Doesn't let anybody know where he is. And an hour and a half into the game, his agent reaches out to the manager, to team personnel, and he's like, "Yeah, Yoenis has decided that he's going to opt out of his contract."
Can you do that with coronavirus? Can you just be like, I don't want to play anymore. I don't feel safe.
But I don't think he's opting out for that. I think he's trying to like get a trade or something like that.
So it's not coronavirus related at all.
No, like he was in his hotel room. They sent security to his hotel room to check on him, and all of his stuff was packed up and he was gone. And the reason it's like aggravating is because like, I mean, not to sound ridiculous, but dude, there's like people like, and I was going through Twitter, like there were people like concerned,
Concerned about what?
That like the guy's safety.
Right.
Like, where is this guy? And there's been...
What, that he may be, like, passed away in his hotel room or something?
Yeah, like, there was, like, Tyler Skaggs, a pitcher, who previously, like, OD'd. And, like, it's kind of a similar situation, you know?
That is MIA.
Like, MIA, and they find him. And it's like, I don't know. I thought it was just a bullshit way to go about things. Super classless. I've always thought that, like, Cespedes has kind of had that attitude with him. But kind of just, like, such a... I don't know. It's just such a bad way to like, like fans are so passionate and so into this shit. And it's like, not to go back to KD, but it's like the same like, fuck you guys.
What do you mean not to go back to KD?
I don't know. I just fucking hate KD. He's a bitch.
Why do you hate KD, dude? Like, what do you have against KD?
He's just fucking. I feel like he took a championship from LeBron, dude.
I feel like you're low key like an internet troll, and you're one of the guys on KD's page who's just firing.
For
at
sure,
him 100%.
I've done that. Oh,
what's your handle? What's your handle on Twitter?
I'm not giving that up.
Come on, self-promote, dude.
Nah, I can't.
Come on, you know how many viewers Hot Black Coffee gets?
In
the hundreds.
Yeah.
In the hundreds.
Well, I don't want 5 people to go to my Twitter, but
I mean, you won't even give me your Twitter, which is like a whole nother thing.
Cause, dude, that's like me time.
All right, guys. Well, to all the Hot Black Coffee listeners out there, if you can find Aaron Seidelberg's Twitter page and you can get it back to me, I will give you maybe $5.
Yeah,
maybe $5 because that it was a heavy loss in the NHL the other night, but we don't have to go into it. So you're not into the hockey? Not into it at all?
I used to be. Just
Avs fan?
Yeah, I mean, we were good for a while in the early 2000s.
They stopped winning, and you were just
no, it wasn't even like that. I just like lost interest. Like, I grew up a huge NFL fan. Huge NFL, huge college football.
You're from
Denver.
Okay.
And so grew up loving the Broncos, Like, I was too young to see Elway, but, he won back-to-back Super Bowls. And then I just, like, when I really started to, like, when I got older, we had Brian Greasy, Jake Plummer, and then Jay Cutler came in. And that's when I was just, like, the biggest Bronco fan.
Yeah. And you were actually like a Broncos ball boy for a
I
little bit,
was,
weren't you?
yeah.
What
Did you
was
do your
it?
research?
Of course, dude. I always research. I always go into every show very prepared.
Do you?
Yeah, very prepared. Very prepared.
Do you usually have 4 espresso martinis before the show?
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
That threw me off. I don't want to have dinner with you if you're going to order that.
I mean, we're going to open it up to the HBC audience, but espresso martinis for males is very normal.
Maybe, but like Sunday at lunch, it threw me off.
Like I said,
It threw me off, dude.
I needed a little pick me up with
Maybe
a little
like a
buzz.
Saturday at like 7 p.m. Like if we'd been drinking all day, but
Right.
like a Sunday lunch, like
I needed. I was.
I'm sitting there thinking
out,
like,
bro. I
okay, is
needed
this
a little
guy
pick-me-up.
trying to like open up to me, or is he trying to get fucked up?
What
Like
do
I
you
couldn't
mean,
figure
open
out.
up to you?
I don't know. That was just the vibe I got.
No,
threw me
it was
off.
like it's a lazy Sunday. I had to have a business meeting with you, and I was like, I'm a little sluggish right now.
Mm-hmm.
And do I want to drink? Yes. Do I need a little pick me up? Yes. Best of both worlds, espresso martini.
You know what it actually is, and not to toot my own horn here, but I'm kind of a genius. I'm kind of a genius.
It's
right
like
now.
a fucking bicycle whistle with you. You ring your own horn all the time.
It's pretty much this. It's the same thing but not being as aggressive as getting a vodka Red Bull.
Yes, it is. Without being
being, like,
born
nonchalant.
without being born in a trailer park.
Yeah, but okay, whatever.
It's like the James Bond of vodka
I think I would
Red
rather
Bulls.
drink a vodka Red Bull any day than an espresso. Like espresso martini is just gross, dude.
Oh, no way. You're so wrong.
No.
Have you ever had one?
Yeah, it's a coffee and vodka, isn't it?
Well, it's espresso.
Espresso and
Yeah.
vodka. Yeah, it's just
Do you
weird
like
combo.
espresso?
I love espresso.
Do you like vodka?
Yeah, but like when I drink coffee, like I'm trying to go to work. I'm not trying to like.
We were having a business
Now I'm
meeting.
worried that every time you have this fucking Starbucks cup, there's half vodka. in it. I don't know what you're drinking,
You're on
dude.
to me. You're on
Yeah.
to me.
So it threw me off. But anyway.
Changing paces. Let's move over to the TikTok shit.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump is banning TikTok, or so he says.
Yeah.
He says that the Chinese are like collecting data. It's not good for our country. Blah blah blah. What's your take? What do you think?
I don't know enough information about like the platform and who runs it or who developed it. To be honest.
Well, it is the Chinese.
I know that, but I don't know like all like the specifics.
Apparently, it's like very, very controversial, and it's
like what data are they
apparent.
gathering? Like they're going into our phones?
Yeah, so they're going into your phones, but it's not just like when you sign up, they get your name, date of birth, or whatever. It's like they're mining your data on like a daily basis. So like they have all the access essentially, and I fact check me on this, except there is no fact checking on Hot Black Coffee. They're mining your shit every day to where they can like know what you were looking at on the internet. They can know what you were looking at on TikTok, to where they can make your feed, it's like suggested for you political. They can politicize TikTok.
Wow.
In the
I
same,
haven't noticed that.
in this, I haven't either. I don't even have a TikTok. I use Bob's. But in the same way that like Facebook kind of had the issues in the election between Trump and Hillary
Oh,
Clinton.
yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know what to think about it. Trump said he was going to shut it down. I don't foresee that happening, honestly.
He was like, I'm shutting it down today.
Yeah, but he didn't. And wasn't that on Friday?
That was yesterday.
But it didn't get shut down because I was on it today.
Well, I mean, I think we're moving towards it. I don't know.
We'll see. But I also heard rumors of Microsoft buying it. Honestly, like, I'm not a huge fan of TikTok.
Yeah.
I
mean, Aaron.
Dude, what?
Aaron,
Don't give me that. What do you mean?
You love TikTok.
I don't love
you
it.
Live for
I have to
Aaron,
understand
you posted
it.
a TikTok of you fucking a pillow.
No, that was not a TikTok, and that was a well-orchestrated
That was
bit.
What do you mean? That was
That was
a TikTok.
a different take of Taken, and it
Okay.
was a better version.
Debatable.
But with TikTok, it's like I don't really give a shit. It's like just dances and stuff. Like there's not really anything too creative on there. I feel like there is actually, but like it's more behind the scenes.
Right. My whole thing with TikTok is it's very similar to Vine, right? It's the same type of short form
easiest take
content.
ever.
What? I mean, what do you need? A hard hitting take on fucking
No,
TikTok,
but
Aaron?
it's like the same thing. It's literally the exact same thing as Vine.
Right. And my point is, before you abruptly cut me off, is that these platforms are. You can transition from platform to platform to platform very easily. Like I think YouTube's around forever. I think Instagram's around forever. I think these short form little platforms are very exchangeable.
Yeah, one thing that did bother me with TikTok though is like a lot of these kids like are fading, going to college to chase being an influencer. A lot of them are dropping out of high school, and it's like that alone should be enough for us to be like, fuck this
What
app.
are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? But
I
it's going to be
mean-
replaced by something else.
It is, and it's just like it really is so crazy, and it really bothers me to think that like people are just like, yo, I want to not be educated and do stupid shit on an app all day.
Right. And the thing is, we do know some of the TikTokers, Bryce Hall and the Sway House and all of them. And I've been following their stories about this and what they think about TikTok potentially being banned. And to me, it seems like they're kind of down with it. Like they want it to be banned because they want to transition to YouTube or like a major platform anyways, where they can really monetize.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how true that is. Those out there. By the way, those guys are cool. They're awesome dudes.
Great guys.
But at the same time, I think that, you know, TikTok has done wondrous things for them and helped them grow significantly. So I don't know if they'd want to get rid of it exactly, but I understand that.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look back on other stuff like Vine and Logan Paul grew from Vine and he transitioned from Vine into YouTube, which blew him up significantly more than what Vine
Maybe
did.
I'm wrong. Maybe it would be a good thing and it would help them out. But at the same time, like, I just know, like, I don't remember Logan Paul on Vine, but these TikTokers have, like, you know, cult followings on TikTok.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, who knows if, like, the people are going to jump and say, hey, I want to go watch you on YouTube.
Yeah. And Hot Black Coffee is not a big advocate of TikTok, but do you think those guys grew their following because of, like, the chicks they were fucking on TikTok or because they were good on TikTok? I feel like it's because of the
I feel like everything these days is how early you can get on an app or how early you can, you know, be at the game and how creative or, you know, how well you can do. Like,
see, I would normally agree with that, but like everyone's just doing the same fucking jig and dance.
Well, I mean,
like,
looks are obviously a part of it.
Right.
Those guys have huge followings. I'm assuming, you know, shout out to them because their followings are probably the opposite of mine, which is like they're probably 80% women, 20% men.
So you're
like that.
essentially calling yourself ugly.
No, I'm not calling myself ugly. I'm just saying our demo doesn't skew that way.
You always go back to
because of
the
our
demo.
content. I don't do shirtless TikToks, and if I did, my demo would be different. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe we should put
I'm
that
not
to
going
the
to
test.
start doing that. No, I'm not going to do it because honestly, like quarantine hit. I haven't been in the gym lately, but like,
it's the
if I get
fattest I've
back into
ever
it, give me a month to train, and then
Have you found you've packed on some pounds during quarantine?
Yeah, dude. I mean, even before quarantine, I used to eat healthy. Now I don't give a fuck.
I'm
not fat or out of
I'm
shape,
the same exact way. I used to run every day before quarantine, and
you know what changed my whole mindset, dude?
What's that?
Arizona, because it's like you can't run there because it's 115 degrees,
right?
And they only have like pretty much like shitty food.
Yeah.
So it's like not shitty food, but you know what I mean.
I mean, it didn't help.
We ate wings every day.
We lived across the street from a sports bar that, you know, the only thing they served was
I missed that place.
Was cold Bud Light and
great wings,
chicken wings.
Great wings.
Shout out Zips. Zip Sports Bar.
Unreal. But yeah, that definitely took a toll on me.
Yeah. What did you think of Arizona?
It's crazy because like with this job, obviously we live very much in the now, in day to day.
Yep.
Take each day at a time, you know what I mean? But like there I was kind of like, it's way too hot here. Like, but I mean, we were getting stuff done.
I mean, talking about basic takes. How is Arizona? It's way too hot here.
Well, dude, I mean, what else? I mean, it's like, do I like Arizona? Yeah. Would I ever want to live there? No.
No?
No. Too hot, not enough to do, and I don't play golf regularly, so.
I want to get into my golf game, dude.
Yeah, I get too frustrated with golf, dude. You gotta like either be good or you gotta be patient.
I mean, all my friends are just like, go to the range, you know,
yeah,
4 to 5 times a week and you'll be fine. No.
Yeah, of course not.
No, I got too much going on.
So then you can't do it.
Like, I would rather spend an hour and a half.
Why don't you get back on the rink, dude? Get back on the ice.
I would if the fucking virus didn't exist.
Yeah,
I used to play 2 or 3 times.
Did you ever play pond hockey?
I mean, I grew up on the pond.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, you did not.
Yes, dude. I did. I had a pond in my backyard.
Dude, you think you're literally Gordon Bombay. Like, it is unreal.
No,
you want to be Gordon Bombay.
No, you want to
so
compare
bad.
me to anybody. Compare me to Wayne Gretzky. Compare me to Wayne Gretzky. You know, devastating knee injury.
Okay, now do you have any more topics?
God,
we got to get off that one.
What do you mean, do I have any more topics? I don't
want to talk about comparing you to Wayne Gretzky. Let's not be ridiculous.
I mean, it's not much of a comparison.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You're my first guest on Hot Black Coffee. I want to give the people what they want to talk about.
I mean, yeah, man. That's pretty much all I got. Unless you got something. I'm Scott. I can sit here and talk to you all night, dude.
I don't know if I can.
You don't think you can?
I don't know if I can. No, I mean,
I did watch your favorite movie yesterday.
Which is what?
Jaws.
What do you think?
I actually did watch it again. I've seen it 100 times, but like,
it's really one of the best films.
It really is, and it's pretty sad that 2 and 3 sucked.
Well, there's 2, 3, and
all
4.
the Sharknadoes and all that shit. I've never seen the Sharknadoes, but like Jaws 1 was just so well done.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Why is that your favorite movie? I want to ask you, why is that your favorite movie?
I mean, it created the summer tentpole movie. It created summer movies. So any type of superhero movie or any movie you see released in the summertime is the best time to release a movie now. And Jaws initiated that movement. I love Jaws so much.
But I think it also goes hand in hand with the summer.
Jaws?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Jaws was a combining factors of things. One, the shark never worked in the water, so you don't see the shark that much, which elevates the film through the roof.
Jaws?
Because if you see the shark a whole bunch of times, it looks fake as fuck. So when you have the combination of not seeing the shark, an unbelievable soundtrack behind it, the soundtrack, I mean, will go on forever, and a great storyline, the combination of everything all mixed together, it was a bunch of luck, a bunch of skill, and I love shark attacks.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it last night and I was really impressed. I didn't really notice
that movie came out in the 70s.
Yeah, which I was just thinking about, because the shark actually didn't look that fake.
No, not at all.
For that movie, how before its time it was, like, it looked pretty legit.
Yeah.
Obviously you've like studied this and like you've prepared this because
well, it's my favorite movie.
Yeah, I know, but like you've studied it a little bit.
I watch documentaries on it almost nightly.
But which is weird because, dude, 2 hours later I watched Captain Phillips with Tom Hanks.
Which
is another great one, dude.
Fun fact. Captain Phillips, I'm from Jericho, Vermont. It's a town of about 5,000 people.
Oh my God.
He lived there.
Really?
He lived in Underhill, Vermont, which is like Jericho and Underhill. Same thing. Probably 10,000 people max. Yeah, Captain Phillips went there. I went to high school with his 2 kids, Danny and Mariah Phillips, and it all happened while we were in high school.
While they went to high school with you?
Yeah. While I was in high school, and they were in high school with me.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was pretty...
What do they do? Are they captains?
I have no idea what they do nowadays. But, I mean, talk about just, like, Truman Show type of shit. Mm-hmm. Like, nothing ever happens in that town. And it was, like, a media circus when all that started to come to life. But when you talk about who do you want to play your character in your, biography, Tom Hanks, pretty goddamn good person to play your life.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty... I mean, for sure. He did a great job. That was a great movie. Like I said, I watched a lot of movies this weekend. A lot of basketball, a lot of movies.
Clearly, I mean, you're going Jaws, Captain Phillips, but you didn't really watch all that much sports then.
Yeah,
if you're watching movies.
Dude, I watched fucking NBA all day, and then when it came to, like, post last game on TNT, I was watching Captain Phillips, Jaws, Godfather, like, something that was on.
Okay. All right, well, that's going to wrap up our...
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Dude, I don't know when I'm going to have time to come back on the show. I mean, if you want to, like...
Well, I don't know if we're going to invite. I don't know if we're going to invite you back.
If you want to ask anything else, you might.
I mean, it's only up from here. We're starting at rock bottom, and we are fucking climbing.
I'm the best
Mount
guy
Everest
you could get. Am I the best you could get right now?
No.
Did you try and get anybody else?
Yeah, mine. I already have a guest lined up.
Oh, they just canceled on you?
No, they didn't cancel.
So, but when did you get him or her?
It's a him.
Who is it? You can't release his name yet because you don't know if he's going to actually show up.
No, he's 1,000% in. It's actually my boy from Jericho, Vermont, who I grew up with, and he is he's a videographer and a oceanographer. He's gonna have to. He can fact check me on that, but he's worked for the Discovery Channel, done a bunch of stuff, ocean related, and we're gonna talk shark attacks. We're gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So he's probably gonna be Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. Well, I can't wait to tune in.
Thank you, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Aaron Steinberg, the first ever guest on Hot Black Coffee. We thank you for swinging by, Aaron. All jokes aside, I love you, buddy. You're a great dude, and I hope you're the best in the future.
Yeah, you too. I appreciate it, man.
All right. Thanks, dude.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, folks. Mr. Steinberg. A great little interview there. I mean, obviously, espresso martinis, they're the best pick-me-up ever. A little bit of sauce, a little bit of energy. The vodka Red Bull, it's just, yes, I've had them. They're fine. Am I going to order like 15 espresso martinis at a bar when it's midnight? No, I'll get a fucking vodka Red Bull if I need a little pick-me-up. But I'm saying in the middle of the afternoon, if I'm a little tired and I'm having drinks in a business meeting, why not? Why not? Like I said in the interview, I think an espresso martini is a little bit of a James Bond move. I feel like James Bond, if he was, he had been battling his foes all night and was railing whatever amazingly hot chick he was railing the night before. He was a little hungover. He's a little tired. He goes out to lunch to talk about whatever task and how he's going to save the world with whomever. He gets an espresso martini. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities at all. But like I said, great interview with Mr. Steinberg there. He's an interesting cat. He's an interesting cat who landed into a wild ride of a job. Bob is the best of guys. I love him so much, but it's also a tough job. It's a tough job. I get a lot of DMs where it's like, hey, how did Aaron get his job? How do I become a part of Ripper Magoo Nation? Blah, blah, blah. It's not easy, guys. It's not a walk in the park. It's not boozing and hanging out with models all day like Bob's stories portray. It's a lot of hard work. So I respect the little bugger. I'm glad that he came on. Aaron, thank you again. So what is in store for Hot Black Coffee, guys? I don't really know. Like I said in the intro, I really don't know what this show is going to evolve into. All I know is that I'm going to be right below Joe Rogan. I'm going to be right below Rogie Boy come November. So, I mean, that's really all I know about the future of Hot Black Coffee is that we're going to be the number 2 spot behind Joe Rogan. But I'm excited. I'm very excited about the potential of this show. And the only way that it grows is with you guys. So if you like it, make sure you're sharing with your mom and your dad and your friends and your grandma and grandpa. I'm sure your grandma and grandpa are like, what's a podcast? Like, well, it's like the radio. What station is it on? Well, it's not a station. It's on the internet. So how do I find this thing? Well, you go to the Apple Store. What is an Apple Store? It's an internet. Well, I don't even know why I'm going down the spiel of the grandma grandpa impression. It's fucking horrible. I'm gonna stop that before I lose my entire audience. In fact, I'm gonna wrap up this episode because I don't have anything to talk about because it's the first episode I've ever done. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It was a pleasure sharing 30 minutes with you guys. Make sure you check back in every Wednesday. We're going to try to do this for as long as I can. And if you guys are interested and I get positive feedback, who knows? I could do this forever. We'll see. All right, guys. Episode 1 is in the books. You guys are the absolute best. I love all of you. Enjoy the rest of your day.